December 2025. Hollywood was tracking the new post-divorce power couple.
Right.
Then the news broke. Not as a grand announcement, but as a quiet administrative detail hidden deep in Florida's marriage records.
Mm-hmm.
The cameras flashed, the internet froze, and just like that, Gisele Bündchen had a new husband. Welcome to StarScope Report, where we take a stack of your sources and extract the most shocking nuggets of insight.
Our mission today is to uncover the stories behind the sudden marriage news. We'll dive deep into the real estate strategy, the surprising timeline, and the cultural pivot of the world's most famous supermodel.
Okay, so I think the biggest thing right off the bat is just the sheer contrast.
Yes.
Gisele Bündchen is officially remarried to jiu-jitsu instructor Joaquim Valente. This was a completely quiet affair, just 3 years after her incredibly high-profile divorce from Tom Brady.
And that's the key, right? The word quiet. It was a completely calculated affair taking place in Surfside, Florida.
In their private residence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An intimate family-only ceremony.
Yeah.
A small group of close friends. It was a complete and, I think, deliberate rejection of the global stadium-sized attention of her previous life.
And you can see that in the logistics. I mean, the details are fascinating.
They are. The wedding occurred on December 3rd, 2025.
But the marriage license, that was issued only 2 days prior, December 1st.
Yeah, which is just, it's designed to be invisible. You don't do that unless you're trying to avoid any possible leak.
It's an active firewall.
It is a firewall against the media machine.
Okay, let's talk about the groom, Joaquim Valente, because he is such a stark contrast to Tom Brady or, Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's not a traditional celebrity.
Not at all.
He's a professor of Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
And let's be clear, this isn't just like a hobby. The Valente pedigree is serious.
Incredibly serious. He's a third-generation practitioner, co-founder of the Valente Brothers Academy in Miami. But here's the detail that really matters.
Okay.
He holds a professor's diploma from Grandmaster Helio Gracie.
And what does that mean for people who don't know that world?
It's to think of it like the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It's a distinction held by only 27 people in 75 years. This isn't just being good at martial arts.
Yeah.
This is about being part of an elite philosophical lineage.
Wow.
Plus, he holds a degree in criminology from Barry University.
So we're talking about discipline, intellect, rigor.
Exactly. And, social media pointed out the age difference. She's 45, he's 38. But the reaction was mostly, oh, this makes sense.
It aligns with her whole slow living philosophy.
It does.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the speed of this marriage raised a lot of eyebrows, especially after all the drama with her ex-husband. We need to look closely at the timeline, because here's where it gets really interesting.
This is the tricky part. Gisele insists the relationship started after the divorce.
But the public speculation has always been there. Let's lay out the dates. She started training with him and his brothers back in December 2021.
Right, while still married to Brady. She said it was initially to help steer her son, Benjamin. She was drawn to the philosophy of it.
Then the divorce from Brady is finalized on October 28th, 2022.
And the romance rumors start almost immediately. We're talking weeks later. That trip to Costa Rica in November 2022.
Just weeks after the divorce. That's what fueled everything.
It is. So when Gisele later confirmed they started dating in June 2023, saying it was built on friendship, a lot of people were skeptical.
And that skepticism basically exploded during the Tom Brady roast in May 2024.
Yes.
When Kevin Hart got up there and dropped the line that Gisele effed her karate coach.
And you saw Brady on stage. His discomfort was so visible.
It just showed how much that narrative had taken hold in the public consciousness.
It really had. But there was another huge piece of this timeline, a major milestone that happened before the wedding.
The baby.
The baby. Gisele gave birth to their son on February 5th, 2025.
And his middle name, River.
Which continues that nature theme, right? Benjamin Rain, Vivian Lake, and now River. It's a very grounding choice.
And a source said that after the baby was born, making it official with a marriage, it felt natural.
Yeah, it cemented them as a family unit.
But connecting this to the bigger picture, how did Tom Brady react to the pregnancy news back in 2024?
Well, reports said he was stunned, that it was hard to digest at first.
I mean, that makes sense.
Of course. But since then, he's apparently moved to acceptance, wanting her to be ultimately happy.
Still, his reaction on the day the wedding news actually broke, that was something else.
Oh, the Instagram post.
The cryptic Instagram post. A selfie with a Forever Young hoodie.
And the song, 1-800-273-8255.
Which is the old National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number. You don't post that by accident.
No, you just don't. And fans immediately jumped on it, reading it as a sign of, deep emotional distress. It showed the stakes are still incredibly high for him.
We've established the timeline, but what does this all mean for Gisele's future? Next, we'll analyze her dramatic pivot away from the Hollywood spotlight and toward her highly exclusive, newly built family fortress.
It's all about the architecture of privacy.
Exactly. The choice of a hush-hush home wedding in Surfside is part of her deliberate move to build a hyper-secure family compound.
And she's been aggressive about it. After the divorce, she started buying up real estate in Surfside, which is much quieter than, say, Miami Beach.
Way fewer paparazzi.
For sure. And just weeks before the wedding, in November 2025, she reportedly bought a fourth property.
A fourth one?
For about $14.5 million. This completes the secure perimeter around her kids, Benjamin, Vivian, and of course, baby River.
She is literally building a fortress. This is the physical version of her goal to go from surviving to living.
A slower-paced lifestyle protected from the outside world.
And a huge part of this new life is the cultural synergy, the Brazilian connection.
Oh, this is so crucial. Both Gisele and Joaquim were born in Brazil. They share a language, a culture, a worldview.
Which is a massive difference from her marriage to Brady, who reportedly never learned Portuguese.
Right, that shared background is a foundation that just wasn't there before. It's a true cultural homecoming for her.
And we saw that on display almost immediately after the wedding. She flew to São Paulo for a Vivara jewelry event.
Yeah, and she was talking about how much she loves her country, how she was craving pão de queijo.
A Brazilian cheese bread. I love that detail. It's so humanizing.
It is. But her appearance there was also part of the strategy.
The golden look. The visual narrative.
Yes, a stunning metallic gold dress, which everyone saw as symbolizing, Brazilian warmth.
But she kept her left hand hidden in almost every photo.
Exactly. A very deliberate effort to keep the ring finger obscured. It's a perfect metaphor for her new life.
Publicly celebrating her culture, but privately guarding the details, she's in total control. So let's unpack this. The surprise of Gisele Bündchen and Joaquim Valente's wedding isn't just the wedding itself, but what it symbolizes.
It's a complete narrative shift.
From the high-octane global spotlight of a power couple to a grounded, private, and wellness-focused life.
Defined by family and cultural roots, all inside that carefully constructed South Florida sanctuary.
This raises an important question, though. In this age of constant exposure, Gisele has leveraged her own fame to achieve a kind of quiet fame. So the question for you, for everyone listening, is this. Can this model of hyper-privacy truly insulate a global icon from public scrutiny long-term?
Or is the celebrity world just too addicted to spectacle for a retreat like this to actually last?
An incredible thought. And if you're loving these celebrity twists, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.